want you to just give me a couple of deep breaths. Breathe in and exhale. Breathe in. Really take the time to feel where your feet connect with the floor. Release any extra tension and just allow yourself to focus for a minute for this next hour. One more. Give me a nice big breath in. All right, here comes our warm-up section. Basic squat, feet about hip distance apart. We're gonna squat down, keeping the chest lifted, facing towards the opposite wall, and you're gonna push that booty back behind you. It looks like this. See, we're keeping the knees behind the toes. Press back. Press. You should be able to wiggle your toes because you're setting your weight into your heels. Press. Press. Keep it going. Just these basic squats. We're not getting too deep yet because this is our warm-up. 2 more. Now I want you to hold it here. You're going to take that right leg. Press it back. Whoop, I'm hitting the wall. Press. Press. Pressing the heel down every time. Push it back. Getting a little lengthening through that calf. Press. Last one. Hold. Hold that leg back. Push into that heel. Just getting a nice stretch there. We're going to open, close. Open, close. Stretching that, well, there's quite a few here. Little muscles through chest and the shoulders. Nice job. Hold. Hold it here. Reach forward. Make yourself as long as possible from the hips all the way out through the fingertips. And bring it down. Nice job. Come back to those basic squats. Just gonna do a few here. Maybe see if you can sink a little deeper. One more. Hold. Take that left leg back. Take it back. Pressing that heel down every time. Keep it going. Last one. Hold it there. We open out. Out. Reach. Reach. Nice job. And hold. Push your arms back just a bit to get that stretch through the chest. Bring it through. Reach those fingers. Extending all the way from the hips up through the fingertips. And bring it back. Nice job. All right, we're gonna come not quite to a plie, a little bit more of a wide squat. We'll call it that, a wide squat. I want you to hold your arms so that they're parallel to the floor. Elbows up, no sagging, no raising too far. We're gonna twist, twist. Find that knee with that left foot. Find the knee. Getting a little rotation through the spine. Couple more. And can you find your balance? Woo, it's a lot to ask early on a Wednesday morning, right? And bring it down. Other side, elbows up. Here we go. Find the knee. Find the knee. Warming up that middle section. Couple more. And here comes the tricky part, the hold. Nice job. Close. close, almost there, and bring it down. Good job. Bring it out to your wide plie now. Your knees and your toes are gonna go out to the corners of the room. We're gonna just go down, off to one side, down to the other. Getting that stretch through the side body. Other side. Breathe. You're in your living room or your kitchen or wherever right now. You can be as ballerina-like as you want here. Be graceful. Be crazy. You can do whatever you want. Last one. Then I want you to bring it down. Hands together. And we're gonna go for this nice deep rotation. You might have to fight for it a little bit. Elbow to knee. Bring it back to the center. Other side. Come back to the center. Sink nice and deep. Deepest one you've gone today. Bring those shoulders down and back. Press up, up, up. Press up. Give me 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. We're going to come to the edge of our space. Make sure you've got enough space that you can move. And I want you to come so that your feet are just about hip width apart. Find that little hinge spot in your legs. We hinge, bring it about 1/4 of the way up. Hinge. So we're flat back and then halfway up. Flat. Half. Nice job. Think about that lower back muscle. Just a little stretch, just a little lift. 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 Now we're going to take it all the way down. Walk it out to your plank. Hold it here. Keep that booty down. Shoulders are directly over your wrists. And now we're going to tap those shoulders. Opposite shoulder. Tap, 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 tap. Try not to rock your hips. Keep it going. Give me 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, drop those knees. Now I want you to set your knees back just a little so they're not directly under your hips. You can see that we've got a little angle going here. And then I want you to lift one leg and we go push up, forehead to the floor, switch, push up, switch. Try and make it nice and graceful. But if it's not, no one sees you, so it doesn't matter. One more on each side. And then go ahead, give me a few cat and cow stretches. So bring that head up. And as you exhale, we move into cat, arching that back, chin to chest. And again, lift it up. Nice work. We are almost through with our warm-up. I want you to just give me a couple little bird dogs here. So bring it back to your tabletop position. We're going to start right arm, left leg. We go out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, twist, out, twist, out, twist, out, twist, and bring it back to the floor. pause here. Left arm, right leg. We go out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in. Take it out, side, out, side, out, side, out, side. Bring it down and sit back into your child's pose. Reach those fingers nice and long. And bring it back in. Good job. That is it for the warm-up. We're going to move into our arm and leg section next. First, I want you to grab a drink. Make sure you always have your water handy because we'll definitely get a little bit of sweat on here. Okay. Some of the exercises that we're going to do today, you've probably already seen if you were in our first session. We're going to start to rotate through some of these in order for you to see your progress. So you're familiar with the exercise already, you know what your limits are, so maybe you can see yourself start to improve or go a little deeper, or lift a little heavier, do a few more reps, that sort of thing. So we're going to start with some lunges. I want you to grab your weights, whatever you're using for weights, but I also want you to bring your chair, if you have one, and just have it handy because we're going to trade off between a couple of exercises here. So, weights handy, we're going to do a series of lunges. I want you to take the leg that is closest to me, it's going to go in the front. The leg that's farthest away is going to bend in the back. Now what I want you to think of with your legs is right angles. So when we go down, we're making a right angle here and a right angle back there as well. If you can't get that back knee all the way to the floor, that's fine. If you don't want to use your weights, that's also fine. Don't feel like you have to do all these things. Take the modifications. I'd rather that you moved somewhat rather than not at all. So we're going to do some overhead presses, and I want you to just go down as far as feels comfortable, but if you can tap that back knee, do it, okay? So arms come overhead, and we take it down and up, down and up. Pressing those arms directly overhead in line with our head. They're not in front of our body. Breathe. Breathe. We've got two more just like this. All right, we're going to do that half range of motion. Keeping it right in the center. Arms go stationary for a little pulse. Woo! And then we're going to hold it here. Take your weights down in front. We go around, back, squeezing those shoulder blades in the back. Woo! Hanging my wall. Keep it going. Open wide. 3, 2, 1, and bring it up. Little shaky there. Weights can go on the chair. Okay, this next part is a little coordination. If you get off your rhythm, it's not a big deal. Just do your best to stay, because it's a little bit of a pattern, let's call it that. Okay, we are going to take that leg that's closest to me and extend it back behind us. This front leg, or that's closest to the chair, is going to need a little bit of a bend in the knee. Hands are going to go on that chair. We're not going to sink into it. Nice, proud chest. So we extend that back leg, curl, up on toes, extend, down. Curl, toes, extend, down. Curl, toes, extend, down. Curl, toes, extend, down. You got this. That single leg Up on toes is a killer, but you can do it. Curl, toes, extend, down. Last one. All right, half range of motion. Curl, curl, curl. You got this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here come the killer pulses. Keep that leg extended. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Not dropping that heel to the floor unless you need a little break, and then go ahead and drop it. 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Keep those toes pointed. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Whew, that is a nice little workout there. Grab a drink because those are 2 intense workouts. So get a drink. We're going to move back to the other sides of both of those exercises. Weights. This time it is the leg that is furthest from me that is going to go in front. The leg closest is the back. Remember, going for those right angles and making sure that those arms are in line with the head. Now again, if the weights feel like too much, put them down. There's no need to push yourself beyond what you feel like is good. And then if you feel like it's too deep or hurts your knees to go down, just make sure that you go down as far as you can. Another thing to remember is you want to keep those knees tracking over the toes. So you don't want your knee going out past your pinky on this front leg, and you don't want it, this back knee twisting so that you're kind of pushing it out at a bad angle. So try and keep everything in line. If you feel wobbly, spread your legs a little wider to give you a bigger base. All right, arms come up. Here we go. Down, up, down, up. Look for those right angles. Breathe. Give me 2 more. Move into that half range. Kind of right in that middle of that motion. Here come those pulses. We're just going to hold the arms. And then our hold, as deep as you feel like is right for you. Take it around, back, round, back. Roll those shoulders, pinch the shoulder blades together. 4, 3, 2, 1, and come on up. Go ahead and put these off to the side for a minute. Okay, we get to do our little leg curl up on toes thing. The leg closest to me has that front position with a little bend. Extend the leg furthest from me. Remember, we're not sagging onto that chair. Nice proud chest. Okay, nice deep breaths. Here we go. Extend that leg. And we go up, curl, drop. Extend, toes, curl, drop. Extend, curl. Oh, sorry, I'm off my pattern. Here we go. Up, curl, drop. Extend. Up, curl, drop. Extend. Up, curl, drop. Extend. Up, curl, drop, extend. Don't forget to breathe. Woo. Last one. Now we do that half range. Curl, curl, curl. Woo. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here come those pulses. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Lift, lift, lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. And the hold. Keep those toes pointed. Woo. And bring it down. That is some tricky work. Okay, take your feet out as far as you feel like is good for you. Keep them flat on the floor, and then just bring it in to get a little stretch through those calf muscles that we just tortured. A little stretch here. And bring it up. Nice work. You can go ahead and move the chair. Sometimes my connection is cutting out today, and it makes me feel a little flustered, so I apologize. Okay, go ahead and come back to your mat. I want you to grab your weights, and then we're going to just work a little bit on some triceps. Again, as with everything we do, if you feel like it's too heavy to use the weights, just put them down. You can get good body work and work those muscles. So don't feel obligated to use anything for weights, especially if you feel like it's something that might slip out of your hands. So I want you to take a nice wide plie. It should be that when you're at your widest, your knees are still very much behind your toes, and you want to think about letting that knee track over the second and third toe. So we don't want to be bringing those knees in. We don't want them bending in or too far out. Just think of having them go directly over that second and third toe. Okay, we're going to work on triceps here. You're going to go down and then press out. We're like this little bell. We bring it out, keeping the arms parallel to the floor. When we go out, no higher than shoulders. Press. Think about that tricep muscle. That's at the back of your upper arm. Breathe. 2 more. Here comes that half range. Keep your arms strong. Take a little breather if you need to. All right, we go into that hold. Whoo! It's a tricky one. Keep on breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Oh, good work. Nice job. Little shoulder roll. Keep your weights with you. And now we were in wide plie. We're going to bring it into just this little first position. So something to think about while we do this next exercise is you don't kill yourself with this. If your heels don't feel like they're going to come together comfortably, step it out a bit. We are working the inner thigh, so focus on that. Bring it as close as feels comfortable. We're going to do some biceps here. So if, again, it feels like it's too heavy, or if it just makes you feel awkward, you can put those weights down. I want you to think of somebody drawing a string up out of the top of your head. So we don't want shoulders hunched, and we don't want you leaning forward over with your chest. You want to draw yourself up, nice good posture, and then we're going to just go down, squeeze those inner thighs, squeeze, squeeze. Whew. The closer your heels are, the more you're going to be able to feel that. So just get into a position where you can feel those inner thighs at the top of every extension. Whew. Oh yeah. Last one. And we do that half range. Halfway down, all the way up. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Give me 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we pulse, pulse, pulse right at the top. Squeeze. Ooh. You wouldn't think this motion would have such an effect, but I can feel it. All right, at the top, if you feel comfortable, up on toes, really give me that squeeze. Breathe. We've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Little tiny motion does a lot of work. Give me a drink, or I should say, you get a drink. we're gonna finish with some chest flies. So I want you to think of working the chest, but it also is gonna be working the back. So this upper area here, I want you to have your feet about hip width apart, and then you're gonna bring those weights in front. It looks like this, where we've got a little bit of a hinge, but the chest is up, eyes are forward. I don't wanna hit the wall, so I have to turn back. So hold these weights down in front, and then you lift, pinching those shoulder blades together in the back. Work those chest muscles. Don't rely on momentum. Use those muscles to lift and lower. Last one. Can you do that half range? Pinch it. Squeeze. And here comes the hold. Don't forget to breathe. If it gets too heavy, drop those arms. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Give me that shoulder roll. Nice job. You finished arms and legs. We're going to bring it down to the mat for some core work. There's going to be a little bit of arms in there if you want them. So keep the weights handy. We're going to come down to the floor with your ball or your towel, pillow, whatever you've got that's got your give in it. So come down, give yourself just a second, grab a drink if you need one. I try and give you as many opportunities as I remember, but sometimes I get distracted. So make sure you're drinking, or take a second to catch your breath. Think about, what muscles we're going to be working here. Your core consists of your abs, your obliques, your lower back, your glutes. So it's kind of like just everything in the middle section. So we're going to try and tackle a bunch of those muscles right here. Take your ball and you're going to tuck it behind your back. So it's like a little bunny tail. So we're just going to wedge it in there so you've got something to support you as you lean back. Now we're going to do what's called a bow and arrow. You have two choices here. You can do it weight free, and we're going to take it back like this so that the elbow is touching. If you want a little extra, you can grab weights. Not required. You're still going to get a really good workout in your obliques without weights. It's just going to give you a little bit more. So you decide what you're feeling like today. Arms extend straight out, chin stays off your chest. We take it down, other side, tapping that elbow, keeping that core engaged. You might think, I don't know what it means to engage my core. Just think if you were about to get punched, and so you were bracing those abs in anticipation for somebody punching you. Keeping them nice and tight and supporting you in your movement. Give me one more on each side. Now we're going to hold it off to one side. Tap, tap, tap. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Two more. Bring it up. And if you feel comfortable, lean back. Just hold. Keep those abs engaged and supporting you for 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring it down. Go ahead, put those weights down. Give yourself just a little hug around the knees. Catch your breath, and then we're going to put those weights off to the side for a minute. We're going to come back to them later. You can go ahead and move your ball as well. We're going to come down to elbows. So I want you to lean back. Again, we're going to make sure to keep that chin off the chest. but we've got our elbows down on the floor, palms are flat on the floor, okay? So what we're gonna do is bend those knees and extend, bend, extend, bend, extend. If you feel like this is too much for you, just don't extend as far. You can even just kind of hold your knees in place, and that position is going to give you some ab work as well. So just keep finding that sweet spot for you. And don't forget to breathe. Here comes our last one. Hold it here. Tap, tap, tap. If you're up here, tap those toes. Otherwise, you've got a longer lever. It's going to be a little harder. Tap those toes. 3, 2, 1, and hold. This one's a tricky one. It's using that lower back as well as the abs. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Again, give yourself just that little hug. Release some of that tension. Nice job, you guys. Nice job. Okay, we are going to come back to our weights. Put that ball out of the way. Your weights are going to, let's see, I want to move my mat just a bit so that I don't hit the wall. Your weights are going to come in 2 different positions here. So we did those chest flies when we were hinged forward. We're going to do a similar movement, except this time instead of coming back, we're going to press up. So we're really trying to get into this chest wall today. Keep your knees bent, your feet flat, arms are like goalposts on either side of you. So we're going to press up, and then we're going to bring it overhead, skull crusher. We're not literally trying to crush any skulls here, that's just what they call. We just bend those elbows at a right angle over our head, okay? This is called a pyramid, where we're going to do 1 exercise of each, and then we move into 2 and 3 of each. So here we go. We press up, then we bring it down. Now we do 2 of these chest presses, and then we do 2 skull crushers. This is again something that can be done without weights. 3 of these. We're into 4. We press up, 2, 3, 4. Bring it together. 4 skull crushers. We're up to 5. Here we go. Bring those weights together. Bend those elbows. Here we go. Out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those together. All right, I'm going to give you a little challenge, added challenge if you want it. Pop those knees up. It's going to engage those abs. So we press up. We're up to 7. And if you want it for this one, take those legs out as you take the arms behind you. If you don't want it, you can either keep the feet on the floor or just keep the knees hovering. Here comes our last set. Press it up. 4 more. Bring those weights together. Keep the knees hovering. Keep them flat on the floor. Or if you want that extra challenge, extend it out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. No matter which option you took, it's good work. Pyramids can get really hard when you're doing all those repetitions. So nice job. Go ahead and put that off to the side. Let's take a second for a drink before we come back and finish our core work. We have just a few more exercises and then we get to have our nice long stretch. So that's always something to look forward to. Make sure that you're drinking and make sure that you're taking those breaks. If it feels like too much, give yourself a little breather. Okay, we're gonna come back down to the mat. I want you to think of this as we're doing a plank, an elbow plank into dolphin, and it is something that I think it's really easy to use our legs to lift us into this position. I want you to make sure you're thinking of really using those abs to press you up. So it looks like this, coming down to that elbow plank, and then we're gonna hold this plank, keeping that booty low, but our stomach and abs lifted. We're gonna hold it for just a second here. Keep on holding, and then I want you to lift, pressing into those elbows. Lift, lift, lift. Use those abs to pull you up. Lift it up. 2 more. Last one. And bring it down. Give me a little child's pose. Nice work. We're going to come over to a side elbow plank. Shoulder is going to be directly over the elbow. No leaning forward and no giving yourself a longer lever. That's not going to be good for your body. So keep that shoulder over the elbow. You have a couple choices here. You can stack your feet. We talked about this last week. So you can stack your feet, or if you feel like you need more support, more balance, you can stagger your feet, and that's going to give you a little bit more support there. You choose which works best for you. It's not going to really change the exercise all that much. If you feel like going up like this is still too much, you can keep that bottom knee down with a little bend in it, and that's going to be just fine too. You've got a couple options here to work with. Challenge yourself, but don't push yourself beyond what you feel like is good for your body. All right, we're going to bring it up. Arm comes overhead, and we tuck, 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 tuck. Keep it going. 4 more. Last one. And bring it up and just hold here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Give me a little stretch over the side. Pulling on that bottom arm just a little bit. And then we're going to come up, swing those legs around to the other side, making sure that that elbow is is underneath the shoulder. Get into your best plank position, whatever works best for you. Here we go. We pop it up and we tuck, 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 tuck. 4 more. Hold that arm up. Hold that plank. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Give me that little stretch off to the side. A little stretch pulling on that bottom arm. All right, we just have 1 more exercise and then we get to stretch. So I want you to come into a bridge position. That's laying on your back. Your feet are flat on the floor to start, with your ankles pretty much right under your knees. You can have flat palms here, you can have fists, or if you want, you can even make fists and right angles with your arms, and that way you can kind of press back into the mat. What I want you to think of is keeping your shoulders down. So I don't want you to round your shoulders. Keep those shoulder blades touching the mat the whole time. Pick whatever arm position you want, lift those hips. Then we're gonna lift the toes, so it's just the heels. We walk it out, 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 out. Walk it in, 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 in. Out, 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 out. Switching leading feet every time. Bring it in, 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 in. Keep those hips lifted. Out, 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 out. In, 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 in. If you want it to be harder, walk those feet further. If you want it to be a little bit easier, or if you just don't feel like this is your thing, just don't take them out as far. You have complete control over how far those feet go. We've got one more set. Out, 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 in, 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 in. Keep those toes up, and then we press out, out, out. Press those knees out, 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 out for two more. Here comes the hold. Squeeze that booty. Keep those hips high. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. We finish with a little shift. That is a hip swing. Swing it up, swing it up. Side to side. Lift, 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 lift. One more. Lift, lift, and lower. Bring those knees into your chest. You guys are done, and you did an amazing job. Give me just a little side to side rock here. Whew. Excellent work. Excellent work. Okay, I want you to lower the leg that is closest to me to the floor. Keep that other knee in close to your chest. Pull it back towards you, and then just rotate your ankle a few times in both directions. We get to do our stretch now, which means that you should start to lower your heart rate, calm your breathing. All right, take that leg and you're gonna extend it with a little brace behind the thigh, point and flex that foot. Point, flex, point, flex. Then I want you to kind of reach up, grab a hold of that calf and bring that across your body, keeping that leg extended. The opposite arm is going to reach out to the side, and if it feels okay, look over that opposite shoulder. Lift that leg that's coming across your body kind of up towards your shoulder till you feel that stretch through your outer thigh. Come back to center. Take a hold of that knee with the same hand, and I want you to just open it out to the side, keeping the opposite hip on the floor. And then go ahead and cross that ankle over your knee. We'll pull that back in a little figure 4. Get that good deep stretch through your hip. Go ahead, uncross your legs, lower that leg that we just worked down to the floor, bring the one that's closest to me into your chest. Give it a little hug there, and rotate that ankle a few times in both directions. Extend that leg, brace behind your thigh, and then we're going to point and flex that foot. Point and flex. All right, go ahead, grab a hold of that calf. You're going to bring it over across your body. Have to shift a little bit to make space. Opposite arm comes out to the side. Look over that shoulder if it feels comfortable to you. Get that good stretch through your outer thigh. Bring it back across, grab a hold with that same hand. Open it out to the side, keeping the opposite hip on the floor. Then go ahead, cross that ankle over the opposite knee, pull it back towards you. Nice job. Go ahead and uncross those legs, grab onto the backs of your thighs, use your momentum to roll on up, and then turn so that you're facing me. Spread the legs as wide as feels comfortable to you. That means, different things to different people. Obviously, we all have our own flexibility. I want you to just take your hands and walk them forward as far as feels comfortable to you. We're just looking to get that inner thigh stretched. I want you to walk your hands off to the right. Go ahead and grab on to ankle, calf, foot, whatever you can reach. Just give yourself that nice little stretch onto one side. And then I want you to go ahead and rotate just slightly so that your face is over your knee. Just change the angle of that stretch a little bit. Go ahead, walk those hands off to the left. Same thing here. Nice job, you guys. Feel that good, deep, restorative stretching. And then just change your angle a little bit. Rotate your face towards your knee. Walk your hands back to the center. And if you feel like this is going to be okay for you, you can reach out to both sides. If you don't, just keep it right here in the middle and see if you can sink just a little bit deeper. But if you feel like it's okay, reach one hand to each foot. That's just going to take you a little bit deeper into that inner thigh stretch. Deep breath in. As you exhale, walk those hands up your legs. Bring your legs in and just sit however feels comfortable to you. I want you to think of rolling those shoulders down and back. Just sit nice and tall, and then reach back behind, clasp your fingers, and pull those shoulder blades down and back. That should feel pretty good, hopefully. We did a lot with our chest, we did a lot with our arms and shoulders today, so we just want to make sure that we give those muscles some attention. Continue to slow that breathing. Go ahead, we're going to reverse the stretch, pressing away from you. Bring it back, bring that right arm across your chest, just gentle pressure. Make sure that you keep the shoulder dropped down from the ear. And then we're going to take it back behind us to stretch that tricep. Make sure not to pull on the actual elbow joint, but just kind of off to one side of it. We don't want to put any extra stress on that joint. Bring it up. We do the other side. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for, getting yourself ready to move on a Wednesday morning. Sticking through the hard stuff. It's okay too if you want to curse my name because I can't hear it. So that's all right. If you're like, nope, not doing it. It's totally fine. Whatever it takes, right? Go ahead and bring it back. And release. We're just going to finish with some gentle neck stretches. So light pressure on the crown of the head. Find that spot where you feel the stretch from your jaw all the way through your shoulder. Your other hand can come out to the mat or wrap around the back. That will just give it a little extra intensity. Remember to keep that upright posture. And switch sides. I can't actually see your faces, and I don't always know, who's joined me, but I hope that you're doing well. I hope this was beneficial for you, and I hope this helps you to start your day off right. Take these good, relaxed feelings and the endorphins from your workout with you for the rest of the day. All right, go ahead, drop your chin to your chest to stretch through the back of your neck. And then we're going to push through the chin and look up to stretch the front. it back to center, give me a nice deep breath in. And exhale. Again, breathe in. And exhale. This time when you breathe in, think of bringing in calm and relaxation and peace along with all that air. And as you exhale, exhale all the stress or worry, negativity, just let that ease out with your breath. Take this moment to find your peace. That brings us to the end of our workout. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your hard work and your dedication, and hopefully we'll see you next week.